best way I can describe a Michael Bay movie.
Best.
I bet when you think of Michael Bay, you probably think of big explosions,
And
fast cut shots,
fire.
fire,
What else?
naked women.
Barely covered naked women.
That's pretty much a Michael Bay movie in a nutshell.
pretty much.
Especially Transformers.
Yes, and that is what we were talking about.
That is what we're talking about.
today.
We're talking about Transformers. Now, we were gonna do something on the entire Michael Bay's all his movies and him as a director, but we didn't take notes.
And I haven't seen enough Michael Bay movies.
And honestly, I don't want to see a lot of Michael Bay movies because they're pretty much the same. So I feel like you see one, you see all of them,
Yeah.
So going with Transformers.
Yes.
Do you like those movies?
I do.
You do. Okay. What do you like about them?
I just love the whole robot thing. 'Cause I think it'd be just them.
Wait, you like the robots in Transformers? Really?
Well,
Really?
obviously.
Really? I never. That's such a different opinion.
I think just the whole. I think I just like it because of the story. I love the story.
Hold
I think
on.
It's interesting.
Michael Bay movie, and you like the story?
The story of the robots fighting in space.
I haven't heard that opinion before.
No, okay. Listen to me right now. Okay, so there's these robots, right?
give us a review of the plot. Come on, if anybody hasn't seen Transformers yet, this is your little synopsis right here.
Okay, so there's these robots that are being-like, and they're an alien species.
Okay.
And they live on a planet called Cybertron. And everything's all good and dandy until one of them becomes bad. His name's Megatron. And then basically there's this thing called the Allspark, and it's the one thing that keeps them all alive.
Really?
And it gives them all-knowing power or whatever.
But why is it called Transformers?
Because they transform
Really?
from robots to cars.
Really?
And other things.
And other things like helicopters
and jets.
And jets, but that's only the Decepticons because the Autobots don't have none of that cool shit for some reason.
They're basic, but they're a good basic.
Dude, no, because in all the movies, bro, the Decepticons have these big ass guns, and they're fighter jets and shit. And then you'll have Optimus Prime as just a big ass truck,
with a sword.
Okay, not till but still, wouldn't you rather be a fighter jet?
I mean, then I can fly, so that's kind of bad.
It's more logical, I feel to be a jet than a truck or a car.
Yeah, I mean, you have more of an advantage being in the sky. You got the high ground.
Right. So why? It's just a Michael Bay movie, man.
It's a Michael Bay movie.
No
they're just exciting, with all the action. I'm an action guy.
Action guy. Okay.
So that's why I like the Transformer movies.
So you actually
enjoy these movies
for what they are.
Yeah, mostly.
Okay.
Sometimes the story sucks, but the Transformers always bring me back.
I feel like it's a movie you can watch without really having to focus on it.
Exactly, it's a perfect background movie.
It is. I mean,
background type movie.
That's action movies in a whole. I mean, there's some good really in-depth action movies like Top Gun type shit, but
yeah,
this is a movie that you could watch without having to be focused on the story.
Yeah, or you could leave and then come back and you'd still know what's going on.
Right. It's just robots fighting.
They're fighting, bro, and they're trying to save the world. That's how a lot of action movies are.
Right. And then they made 5 of that. So
I've seen the first I've seen the first 5. The rest of them I haven't seen them, but
the Bumblebee and then the Rise of the Beast movie.
Yeah, they probably suck. Maybe not. I haven't seen
Actually,
them yet.
I heard those movies were really good.
I want to see Rise of the Beast, but I don't know if I'll like it.
From what I've heard from actual Transformers fans, people that like because it was originally based on a comic and it's a toy. What do you want to call it? Franchise, and then they had a little TV show and everything.
Mm-hmm.
People said that the movies, the new ones, the non-Michael Bay movies, were actually pretty good. But
I'll have to check them out.
Yeah, they're a lot more accurate to how the cartoons and show portray them.
Well, honestly, for me, I've never seen the comics. I've seen some of the show.
Right.
Not much. But yes.
No. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. Michael Bay movies. His style is it's definitely different than the new Transformer movies.
Yes.
Well, I'll get to his like directing style in a minute, but like the new ones look a lot more cartoonish, kind of like more robots.
Yes.
That's but his style is more like human like, I guess,
Yeah.
I actually liked his style better than the new ones.
In
terms of design, I don't know.
Yeah. I think the design was very intricate and it was planned out. I mean, like one of my favorite ones is like the small guy that like I can't think of
the small guy.
The small guy that's like a criminal. He breaks out, but he helps him out.
This is a Transformer?
Yes. He's like a mini Transformer.
What? This is in the movies? Michael Bay movies?
Yeah, he has like blue hair. I don't remember.
Oh, the Decepticon.
Yeah,
the one that they pulled out like his eye and everything.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
No, he had some funny lines and everything.
Yeah,
I
he
liked
was funny.
him. And then the little was that the one with glasses on too?
Yeah, there's an old one with glasses, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Those are pretty cool. I mean, I like the designs and everything. I thought they were pretty unique. They're not accurate to the original show or whatever, but I thought they were. For a movie, it looked like good and realistic.
Yes, and there are a couple of specific things we have to talk about when we go into Michael Bay's Transformers movies specifically. Like, first of all, obviously the Transformers. But then also I think the casting and the people that are in the movie, literally the best actors you can find. At least if you're a male or whatever.
Yeah. Talk about Megan Fox right here.
Yeah.
The third one too, the blonde chick was pretty.
Yeah.
She's pretty bad.
That was wild though.
Oh man,
because she turned into a robot.
You're thinking of the second one.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
When he was at the college campus, and then she was like trying to like hook up with him, and then she was a robot
and almost killed him.
Dude,
it was kind of gross. I was like a snake neck about to go down his throat. Like, whoa, okay.
Right, and like her tongue came out and all that. Yeah, that was some crazy shit. But nah, bro, no one could beat Megan Fox, bro.
In her prime, bro, little me.
It's funny because when you talk about her too, there was some controversy with her and Michael Bay. I don't know if you've heard about it. They kind of had like a little thing on the side.
Whoa!
And if you're wondering why she wasn't in the third movie, because she was in the first two.
Yeah.
She and him kind of had like arguments and started like dissing each other.
Oh dang!
And so he would like dropped her pretty much.
Dang, that sucks.
Yeah, but
and they got rid of Shia LaBeouf too.
He had like this weird period where he kind of like went like crazy for a while. He kind of came back though.
Yeah,
he
has like podcast stuff now.
Was he on like a Joe Rogan podcast?
Yeah, he's like a self-help group.
Yeah, he was giving like some motivational like type shit and all that, and
good for him.
I think he's like religious now or whatever.
Yeah, he's religious.
So he really kind of came around.
Yeah, good for him.
Yeah,
good for him.
I'm glad because I really liked him.
Hollywood corrupts people.
Dude, you don't see too often. Once you fall out of Hollywood, it's like hard to come back.
Yeah.
I mean, like the only person I can think of is Robert Downey Jr. He made a big comeback.
Yeah.
Back in the 2000s with Iron Man and all that, and then Brendan Fraser. Have you seen The Whale?
Yeah.
That was like his big movie comeback because he hadn't played in a movie in like a decade.
Yeah, a long time.
But yeah, other than that, you really see like once actors are like done from Hollywood's perspective, they're done.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, he was a good actor. I actually really liked him in the first three movies. I was kind of disappointed when they switched to. I mean, I like Mike, Wahlberg and all that. Is his name Mike Wahlberg? Why am I thinking of?
Do I need to say Mike? It's Mark Wahlberg. Excuse me. And he's one of my favorite actors.
Why can't I
diss him like that?
He's like a big like A-tier actor. Why can't I remember his name? Mark Wahlberg. Sorry for anybody.
I think they shouldn't have switched to Mark, but I was still okay with it because I am a Mark Wahlberg fan. Yeah. He is one of my favorite actors, so I was okay with it.
But
he is a good actor, but that movie was just
for a Transformer movie. I felt like he was out of place there.
Yeah, it was kind of
a fine job. But literally, Shia was like the face of Transformers the first three movies.
Yeah.
And then the last two movies were pretty. They weren't bad, but they weren't as good as the first.
There's like a spy whole type deal, and like the whole thing where they like went into the past talking about like King Arthur in the Mark Wahlberg movie.
Yeah, that's one thing I wanted to talk about too. Is I feel like they just kept adding shit on to the story.
There's expanding the lore.
Well, dude, do you remember there was a scene in the fifth movie where they like revealed that Bumblebee was already on Earth in like the 1940s. I'm like,
Yeah.
this does not make sense with the continuity of the whole plot and everything.
For at least the first movie or whatever.
Yeah, and then like they revealed like the Transformers had already discovered Earth. I'm like, but in the first movie, Megatron like crash landed and he like was frozen in the ice. I'm like, how does this fit in at all? It was very clear that like Michael Bay was just like, this sounds pretty cool. Let's add this to the movie.
This sounds pretty cool. Let's add it.
Who cares about what the other 4 movies did? Let's add some crazy ass dragon shit and medieval stuff, and we'll make it fit in.
We'll spice it up. Yeah.
Yeah. It, like his storytelling's not his focus on movies.
No, definitely not.
He's a very criticized director in the whole movie industry.
Yes, he is.
What are your thoughts on him as like a director and his like style of movie?
His style, I'll give him props. His style is like pretty hardcore. He sticks to it, doesn't change, which I respect.
Yeah.
He sticks to his roots.
When you're watching a Michael Bay movie, it's a Michael Bay movie.
Yeah, exactly. But, maybe he should branch out a little bit. It's like
he tried. He
keep giving me the same thing, man. I'm only gonna be satisfied for so long.
He tried with the Pearl Harbor movie where he was trying to make a romance story, which is not his strong suit.
No.
And he really tried in the beginning. And I was like watching some interviews from like the co-stars and producers and all that. They're like, yeah, he was like trying not to do like these fast cut action shots, and they were like, by the time we got to lunchtime, it was back to Michael Bay.
It was back to Michael Bay.
Like he couldn't do it. He was like, I'm done. I got to go back to fast action.
Yeah.
And that's the big problem with his movies. Great action. He's got some of the best like epic scenes ever. Like in the third movie when they come back to defend like because Chicago got taken over and everything.
Bro.
And then the reveal is they came back and that was a big moment. It was like
the
music. Yeah.
It was intense.
Or when, Optimus Prime fights the Fallen in the second movie.
Yeah.
All those scenes were great, but the storytelling just wasn't there.
Yeah. And like bro, the military just casually gets involved, and then like Shia LaBeouf's like, yeah, let me help you out, and they give him a gun. Right. And he's just going ham.
Right. And they're just like nuking like the Transformers. Like that's pretty much the entire movie is just fighting and action scenes. So definitely writing and storytelling is not his strong suit,
I mean, it was interesting. Like, that's what kept me in, bro, because it's like, you never know what you're going to get. Like, there's going to be the action, but they're like, the storytelling, like, I don't know what's going to be there.
Right.
It's like, bro, they have a secret base in the Hoover Dam.
Right. I mean, I was always entertained when watching the movies,
Yes.
I was never bored because you couldn't really be bored. And when like, Transformers die or whatever, I was sad, they had some emotional moments.
Like with Prime, bro.
Oh, when he got stabbed in the second movie?
in the forest scene. No,
that really took me out.
Yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, what's gonna happen?
They brought him back, but that was such a good scene and all that. Yeah,
they just go to Egypt. It's like
I really liked the second movie.
I know I did. I don't know what do you think's the best Transformer movie?
The best Transformer movie?
out of the ones he's made.
That's funny. I was about to ask you that question. The third one?
The Chicago?
Yeah. I think it was the best action-wise, at least.
Action-wise, yeah.
I like the second one, too. That's probably my second favorite, but nah, I think the third one.
Yeah, and then, like, freaking, in, like, the first one, like, his family's all involved, and his family's part of it and stuff. And then, like, later on, they're just, like, gone.
Right, they're kind of just, like, in the background and all that. Yeah. I didn't care for the first one a whole lot, if I'm going to be honest.
Yeah. Definitely second and third one's better.
Yeah. What's your favorite one?
Oh, shoot.
Now I'm going to make you think about that one for a second. I can tell you this, the fourth and fifth one just weren't on the same caliber as
I think the second
three.
one. I think when they go to Egypt, I just love the fight scene. The whole snake comes in and, like, attacks them. Snake robot.
Yeah,
there's some sort of snake one. Enemy snake Decepticon that
robot.
attacks them when they're in the desert.
Why don't I remember this scene?
It's because it's been a long time since you've seen the movies.
The snake robot. I feel like I know what you're talking
Pull
about.
up a clip right now.
Jimmy, pull up that clip.
Editor, pull up the clip.
We'll edit it. We'll show you guys on the editing style when we edit it. But no, I like the Egypt theme too. I thought it was a good setting and all that, and how they were like trying to like uncover like the past, like the Matrix and what happened to the Primes. That was interesting. And they had like the whole Fallen was taking over everything. Just sucked because Optimus Prime was dead.
Yeah. It's like, what are we gonna do?
Dude, like I just love him in the movies. His voice actor was great, bro.
Yes, I saw how the actor for Optimus Prime like talk about how he got the job, and like he was like young. He was like had an apartment with one of his buddies, and he called him on the phone all nervous, and he's like trying out different tones in his voice, and then he just said this random one to his buddy, and his buddy's like, "Yeah,
that's the one.
That's it. You gotta do it." He's like,
yeah.
But he didn't think it was that good. He's like, okay, whatever. I'll give it a shot. So he gives it a shot anyways, and they end up loving it.
Dude, it was the most iconic like voice ever.
Yeah.
And in fact, even when Michael Bay stopped producing the Transformers movie, they still had him back for the other two.
Yeah.
It was a whole different direction, director and all that. So yeah, no, he was great. And the little speeches he used to give at the end of every movie,
Yes. You know what? Like now that I'm thinking about that makes me think about like some iconic voice actors in movies that are really popular, like Optimus Prime and Transformers. Like we were just talking about, but then like it made me think of like Doc Hudson, like that character from Cars.
Oh yeah, I was like
his voice actor, because his voice actor was an actual racer.
Was he really?
Yeah.
Damn, I didn't know that. SpongeBob's voice actor. I actually met that person at Comic-Con last year.
Yeah.
Tom Kenny.
You
You probably heard of him. He played. He also did Ice King in Adventure Time.
Yeah.
He's really good.
Iconic leader actors, the voice actors. What's another one? I want to think now.
What's that?
Good.
Yeah.
No, the guy who does Master Oogway in Kung Fu Panda.
Master Oogway.
Iconic leader, voice actor.
You know that whole thing's like a meme now.
Yeah.
Like the TikToks and all that.
Monkey.
Those are funny, bro.
Okay, but we're veering off a little bit.
Okay. Back to Transformers. Yeah, I thought the third movie was the best.
Mm-hmm.
I liked the second one too. I thought the whole Chicago thing, the action scenes from the third movie, was really good.
Yeah.
And that's what you watch a Transformer movies for,
I had like a whole I watched like a marathon. I had like a whole marathon where I watched like all the first 4 in a row.
Yeah.
Once. It was nice. it was something.
Right. They're fun movies to watch. Like, they get criticized a lot, but they're still big blockbuster
movie.
movies.
They made a lot of money.
They do. They were really profitable.
Yeah.
Critics just didn't like them.
Yeah.
But that's how it goes with big movies. Critics for some reason hate big blockbuster movies.
Yeah.
They
have to be like small indie type stuff.
Right.
Like,
it's always it's weird because it's always like smaller budget movies that win.
Yeah.
But I mean Transformers, I don't know if they were even close to winning any kind of awards. I don't think they were like an award-winning movie, but
also another iconic thing about the movies is like Sam's last name Litwicky. Like
Witwicky, not
Litwicky.
Witwicky.
Witwicky.
There you go. You got it.
I don't know why I said lit. I still don't know. It's such a weird last name, but I dig it so much. I don't know. Like
Witwicky.
Witwicky.
Witwicky, come here.
Well, like it all starts with like his like grandfather, or whatever. And
right, because he was the one that discovered Megatron.
And the ice in like Antarctica or something.
Yeah. I like his character development throughout the movies too. He went from high school to being a college student and all that.
Yeah, that was nice. And he had like his own apartment once.
Yeah, and he was like broke and he couldn't afford anything.
Yeah. Even though he literally saved the world.
Right. No one was like they didn't care about him. I thought like his character development was probably the best out of the entire movies,
Yeah.
That's what I liked about him as a character is he was pretty relatable, younger person who struggled to like adapt and fit in because he had like the whole experience of Transformers, no one else was dealing with this type of stuff. So he was probably the best character. And then
he met Bumblebee.
Iconic Transformer.
Easily like who's the best Transformer?
Who's the best? Ooh.
Yeah, like out of the main squad, like
let's do Autobots first and then we'll do Decepticons.
Okay.
Dude, it's gotta be a tie between Bumblebee and Optimus Prime. Okay, they're not like in terms of looks. The one from like I think the third movie that's like some like super hyper car. I really liked how he looked, but
is that when he turns into like a Chevy Camaro, Bumblebee?
This is a different Transformer I'm talking about. He's like a Lamborghini or like a Ferrari.
Oh, the blue guy. Is it the blue guy? Was he blue?
Maybe, or is he orange? I don't remember.
Or was he green? Is
Yeah. I think that
The
one.
green guy. Yeah. Okay.
He was the coolest looking one. He was
He
my
had
favorite.
guns. He had guns.
Yeah. But in terms of like personality and all that, it's probably Bumblebee.
I think it's like the voice thing.
I like Optimus Prime. He's the leader. He's iconic. He gives like these big speeches and everything. But in terms of just like fun, like personality and entertaining to watch, probably Bumblebee.
I would say the same thing, but like outside of like the main two, which is like Optimus Prime and Bumblebee.
Right.
I think one of the funniest ones and interesting was the like the fat guy
with the big machine gun,
and the grenades and stuff.
And he's smoking like that cigar.
Yeah,
I loved him, bro. No, now you bringing that up. That's actually like one of my other ones that I really liked. He was in the 4th and 5th movie.
Yeah,
he was definitely like one of the like
he resurfaced.
The funny ones, All right. What about Decepticons?
I don't know a lot of the Decepticons.
Well, let's think. You got Megatron, Starscream.